No problem with that spare. Edwards now will move to lane 71. What a beautiful facility. Woodland Bowl. 80 lanes center. There's the score. 22 pin advantage. Mike Edwards, match one. The winner to face, Parker Bone the third. So,
well, that shouldn't be any problem, huh?
First things first, take care of this match.
That's got to hurry. That was right off his hand, and it's the 2, the 4, and the 10. Boy, Mazza, 43 pins down a couple frames ago. He throws 3 in a row. Edwards stopped striking, and now a split that can be made. Must get the ball to the left-hand side of the 2-pin. The ball just coming in light. 2, 4, and 10.
Trying to slant, makes it. What a
great conversion. That keeps his lead up to 19 pins.
Boy, a clutch shot here in the 7th frame. Picking up the split for Mike Edwards. John Mazza trails by only 19 pins, working on 3 when we return here to Indianapolis. 19, working on 3 in a row.
Have the opportunity to throw a couple strikes in 7th and 8th. He can take a 1-pin lead over Mike Edwards, and boy, those first 5 strikes in a row look like we're going to easily take Edwards to the next match, but maybe not. Now he got that ball turned early. What I mean by that, Phil, is
man, do your job. Come on.
Off his hand. The revolution started too soon. The thumb went down. Ball went right toward the nose.
Mazza trying to pick up the spare here in the 7th frame.
Well, not exactly how he wanted to make that, but his job is done.
Got a smile on his face, so trails by 21. By no means is this match over with. Mike Edwards once again started off with 5 in a row, but Mazza came back midway through this game with 3 in a row, now up in the 8th.
Now the third solid 7 that he's left this game. There's John's wife, Leslie, and she came down to watch.
Yep.
John maybe take home title number 9.
Saying hi to the boys, Anthony and Joseph. Of course, John, the proprietor of Bay City Lanes. Last week, he finished 7th in that tournament. Picks up the spare. Edwards up by 22, up in the 8th frame.
And if Edwards can just strike spare out and keep that 236 pace going, there's nothing Mazza can do. Best Mazza, 234. Will it fall? I think it's going to. I was wrong. That pin was over and back.
Well, the Brunswick gold pins, and that one stood. The 4-pin.
Now watch the 4-pin. I mean, that's kicked hard. And it teeters back and forth and decides, no, I don't think so. That's, oh my gosh, he almost missed that square.
But a spare in the 8th for Edwards. The countdown continues as ESPN honors the greatest 50 North American athletes of the 20th century. Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Joe Louis is honored as the 11th greatest athlete. His record, simply incredible. He won his first 27 fights, 23 of those by knockout. Reigned as heavyweight champ from 1937 to 49, and during that time gained recognition from the American public as an American hero, not just as a black boxing champion. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. Go.com. Mike Edwards in the 9th.
Last time on this lane, Edwards came in light, made the proper adjustment. All 10 pins respond, and John Mazza now up in the 9th frame.
Big strike, so Mazza can shoot 234 should he strike out.
That would force Edwards to strike, or excuse me, to spare strike in the 10th frame for 235. Mazza has to have this strike, the first strike in the 10th, to put any pressure at all on Mike Edwards.
Mazza finished 9th here a year ago. His extension kind of cut it short just a bit.
Well, did not look technically sound when the ball was released, but boy, right in the 1-2 pocket. Mazza running it out and liking it. And John will talk to himself a little bit when he gets on the approach, and he is Mike. Let's see if he has anything to say.
He's in the hunt.
We saw Mazza do the same thing last night in the last game of match play, just trying to make the telecast. Ball going way to the left, coming back in, and Mazza running this one out, knowing it's a good shot off his hand. Running, jumping, loving it. He came through last night. He's coming through again here this evening. Important to get them all. 234 for Mazza, and that puts a lot of pressure on Edwards.
Yeah, Mike Edwards, once again, you mentioned Marshall, a spare and strike, and Edwards will win by just 1 pin. Easier said than done.
Another perfect shot from John Mazza. Wish he'd probably started just a little bit sooner. Mike Edwards made the proper delivery, but the 10-pin, the stubborn 10-pin, doesn't fall over. Very simple. Needs to make this spare and then strike on his fill ball.
Possibility of a tie, and should that occur,
And then there'll be a roll-off, and it's a sudden death 1-ball roll-off. And they just keep throwing one shot until somebody wins.
Edwards needs a spare and a strike to win.
All right, that's the easy part.
He's throwing some clutch shots, and of course, if you look back a couple of frames when that 4-pin tripped it, wouldn't go down. And a nice shot here in the first ball in the 10th. He's got to get them all down here to win.
Well, it's a lot of pressure on Edwards, a one-time PBA champion. And boy, if Mazza can sneak by this game, what momentum he'll have going in to the next match. Strike to win. He takes care of it. Ball coming in a little bit high, but all 10 pins are down. 235 for Edwards. Wow. 234 for Mazza. What a great match, Phil.
Boy, what a great opening match. Some clutch shots.
Now, this ball was left off his hand. It's going to creep up a little bit high. The ball does not touch the 9-pin, but one of the other pins takes care of it. And a very pleased, satisfied, and excited Mike Edwards.
So Mike Edwards will move on. He hasn't won since 1994. His lone